BB851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Qantas has been a central focus here on the channel for some time now, and that continues with a latest situation update to them during the COVID-19 pandemic. Getting straight into it with the suspension of plans of Project Sunrise, as described by CEO Alan Joyce as the final frontier in aviation, including non-stop flights from the likes of Sydney to London with the Airbus A350 aircraft. Qantas were expected to firm up their order and select delivery slots for these A350s around this time. However, they have had to extend their date to make a decision back in and around February, although that's now expired, and this is given the COVID-19 pandemic changing a lot of things within the industry. Now, the CEO has said that while there's a lot of potential in Project Sunrise, ordering any aircraft officially now, while in addition picking delivery slots, would simply not be appropriate for the airline. When speaking with Bloomberg Television, Joyce said, "While we are in a recovery phase of COVID-19, it's not appropriate for us to put an order in for that large of aircraft and the capital expenditure that would entail." The suspension of Project Sunrise announced during Qantas's 100th birthday, a birthday that likely isn't going how they would have liked. Qantas ideally would still very much like to fly aircraft on Project Sunrise. However, deciding when now, given the pandemic, simply is not a good time. It'll rather be a focus for the future of the airline and likely occur later than expected, therefore making it a long-term goal for the Qantas Group to achieve. Joyce further said in a statement, "We're expecting demand recovery to be gradual and it will be some time before total demand reaches pre-crisis levels. That means we need to think about what the Qantas Group should look like on the other side of this crisis in order to succeed. Fleet, network and capital expenditure will all have to be reviewed, but our commitment to serve communities across Australia will not change." Moving across to their future fleet. Doubt has indeed surrounded the future of key wide-body jets across the industry, like that of the iconic Boeing 747 series quickly disappearing from airlines, and of course the gigantic Airbus A380, which we've seen airlines accelerate the retirement for in the past year or so, especially the past few weeks. These are just some of the first series being put on the chopping board for airlines looking at reducing the size of their operations. Qantas is indeed lucky to have the Boeing 787 at their disposal for long-haul services, but the future of the 747 and the A380 specifically is relatively unknown. Qantas has 12 Airbus A380s currently, with all of them being grounded. However, there is a chance that not all may return to operations, according to Joyce, who spoke with Executive Traveller. There's also a very high chance that all of the Boeing 747s will not return to the airline's operations. When discussing their flight cancellations, currently Qantas is flying 5% of its pre-crisis domestic passenger network, while only 1% of its international network on an available seat kilometre basis. They also announced the group's airlines, Qantas and Jetstar, will be extending the cancellations for domestic and also trans-Tasman services through to the end of June. This is from the existing end of May timeframe. Meanwhile, international flight cancellations will continue through to the end of July 2020. However, as a group, they are said to continue to monitor the situation as it does develop, to determine better when they can at least return to some normality. If you have any thoughts on the situation of Qantas, don't hesitate to drop them below. Thanks very much for watching another one of my videos, and I'll see you all next time.